What's up, everybody? So Tiny coming at you. I finally got me a damn camera that recorded audio. I had to borrow one. So I hadn't made a video for the BDU in a long time. Drinking video. And I probably won't be making any more drinking videos for a while. I'm taking a break from drinking and everything. Got tired of feeling like damn it and looking like damn it and just all the time drinking is like, last time I drank I got thinking like, why in the hell am I drinking, you know? I can't get drunk no more hardly, and it was just a dead end road. So I decided to stop for a while, and if I can stop for good, that'd be even better. So I hadn't drank anything, and it'll be a 3 weeks Friday, any beer or anything like that, 3 weeks Friday. But I've made a couple of videos of my garden and stuff, and I hadn't had a camera that recorded audio, but I've got one here now, so I'm just going to do a little quick video with some things I've got that I want to show you. This is a nice sized little tomato. These are beef steaks I grew this year. Good size one here. There's another one. Picked these yesterday. Made some homemade hot salsa last night. I'll show you a couple jars of that here in a few minutes. This is regular cucumbers, and these is little. I think these are Roma, a different type of Roma, because they normally get normal size Roma get this big. So these are some smaller ones, and these are some hot ass Tabasco pepper that I put in a homemade hot salsa last night. You can see the cucumbers and everything. Here's another tomato. I'll probably have this for supper tonight. It's about dead ripe and everything. I picked some earlier today, well this morning, about an hour or so ago, 2 hours ago. These are fresh out of the garden. You can see they're still a little orange. I tend to pick mine before they get dead ripe because a lot of birds are bad to peck on them and shit like that. So I tend to pick mine before they get dead ripe. Plus, my tomato vines are so big and heavy. The last couple of days we've had some afternoon thunderstorms, and they tend to lean a little bit if they get real heavy in tomatoes. But I'll walk y'all out there in a minute and show y'all the garden and everything. This is just your basic beef masters that I grew this year. There's a squash, tons of tomatoes. This is a damn good sized tomato right here. That's not a rotten spot. That's just where something has pecked in, like a bird or something, when it was growing. So it's still good. These are some smaller. I think these are Rutgers. I had a few plants of those out there. These are little smaller tomatoes. Of course, I got your cucumbers here. These are straight 8. These cucumbers, you can just see these cucumbers and a few more tomatoes and those Romas. These cucumbers that I've got, I've never had the best luck in the world with those bastards. My neighbor next door has got a nice sized little garden, and he had a bunch of, when he planted his cucumbers, he had a bunch of ones. He thinned them out and he gave them to me, and I set them out probably about a couple weeks before Memorial Day, around Mother's Day, and they were probably about 6 or 7 inches. And I set them out, and I fertilized the soil real good with some nitrogen, some 6% that I use, and I staked some wire around them so they would have something to climb up, so they wouldn't run all over the garden or get out and eat fucking grass and shit like that. So first year I've ever had any luck with them. They normally get too bitter. They look deformed, so I thought I would try them this year, but they did pretty good. I'm going to show y'all some potatoes right here that I dug up the other night. These are some seed potatoes that I planted. Pretty good size. I thought I would have more than this, but you know, not too bad. We'll probably make some tater soup this weekend. Good little size ones you can see here. And of course you've got the smaller ones if you want to do a roast or something like that. But I planted those about mid-March, around St. Patrick's Day, somewhere around in there, and I just did I built a raised bed with sawdust, just pure fresh sawdust and sand. I think months ago I had a video showing the growth of the potato plants, but I'm going to show y'all another plant here. Did a video last week and somebody left a comment, said it was weeds or something, but this is not weeds. This is a cucumber plant that I started by seeding this flower pot. This is another straight 8. My neighbor gave me a couple seeds. You can see it blooming. I'm going to show y'all the difference between the male flower and the female flower. If you can see this one right here, that's the male flower because it doesn't have fruit on it, and the female flower has the actual cucumber on it. Usually these young tender plants, when they first start, you'll have more male flowers than you do female. I actually had a problem with mine in the garden. I had to cross-pollinate with a Q-tip or I used a Q-tip, and I had a little small paintbrush I used. If you'll, early in the morning times, the male flower here, if you'll take a little cotton swab or paintbrush or something and just brush that and find you the female flower on there. Young plants tend to have more male flowers than they do female flowers, so if you'll give it just a little time, they will mature. I know for experience. Hang on here. Here's a that's a female right there, where you see the small cucumber here. I think here's a couple more, and this thing is probably 5 foot tall, and it's growing up that limb on the tree. And I got a little chain. I got some twine I tied up last week here. Sorry about that. Sorry I paused there for a second. Got my neighbor out here in the yard. I don't want him to think I'm on meth or smoking crack or something over here talking to a damn camera. But that's just something I seen a video on YouTube earlier. In springtime, somebody was trying one, and hell, I thought I'd try one. Hell, I actually do pretty good with it. You know, it's doing pretty good. But let me get y'all over here to the garden here. Here are the straight 8 plants. I told you a few minutes ago that my neighbor gave me some cuttings of them, and I just set them out, you know, in a few feet apart here, and they did pretty good. I probably have picked in a month's time probably about 70 cucumbers off of these little vines here, and you can see the wire that I use. This is just some concrete reinforcement wire that you put in slabs and driveways. Same thing I make my tomato baskets out of, and I just, you know, just helped them get started on this wire and stuff. Keeps them from running all over your fucking garden if you don't have a lot of room. Here's the tomato plants. This is the Roma here, just a baby Roma. We've had some rain here this morning, this week so far. These are good little sized tomatoes right here. This is Beefmaster here, pretty tall plant. This is another your regular Roma. You can see I'm trying to cut this video short because we're almost up to 8 minutes. You can see there's the regular Beefmaster here. Here's another Beefmaster that's turning back there. This is my okra. I had to do it late because I had cabbages planted right here, and it's doing damn good after all this rain we've had. I kept this really fertilized real good and kept them really watered good. Here's a cabbage plant. It's just a regular hybrid that I found. I'm going to try to grow one. And never had too much luck with them late in the summer, but it's doing pretty good after it's rained on it. And you just see my regular tomato plants here. These are Beefmaster. This is a damn good size tomato plant right here. You can see them in there. And this is where I had my potato bed right here. This is just where I pulled the potatoes up, and I'll just probably just let this decompose, and I'll probably do might try some turnip greens here in the fall, or you know, I may put something in there before then. My lettuce is still doing pretty good. This shit's bared like hell. I haven't picked too much here lately. This is all just sweet banana. Picked about 70 or 80 pods Monday and put up some pepper sauce here. Just some volunteers that's come up. This wire that I use really helps hold them up good. Y'all can see that. The garden's wet. I don't want to step in it. Get fucking mud all over me. These are some mountain spring plants my cousin gave me from Tennessee. Pretty good little sized tomatoes, not too big. We've had some rain here this week. It's really helped. First good rain we've had on the garden since early last month. Got some squash blooming over here. Well, I'm going to get off here because we're at 10 minutes right now. So I'll check this video out.